Colorado Springs, 1899. Nikola Tesla received radio signals from space. Further, in 1927, civil engineer and ham radio operator Jürgen Haas stumbled upon unusual quality to his radio signals. Moments after he transmitted from his home in Oslo, the signals returned to him unexpectedly. According to Donald Keyhoe, in 1954, the US Air Force reported that two satellites orbiting Earth had been observed. At that time, no country had the technology to launch a satellite. According to some UFO conspiracists, the Black Knight is an artificial satellite of extraterrestrial origin that has orbited near polar orbit of the Earth for approximately 13,000 years. This satellite story is most likely a conflation of several disconnected stories about various objects and their interpretations, all of them well documented, independently and known using the term Black Knight upon their first publication. It begins with Nikola Tesla, who claimed to have received radio signals from space during his 1899 Colorado Springs radio experiments. Martians, he believed, were attempting to communicate with humans through numbers, since they're a universal language. These radio pulses are likely natural signals that space objects emit while in orbit, according to scientists. The prevailing theory, while still unlikely, is that Tesla heard a pulsar or a faraway celestial body that emits regular pulses of radio waves. Otherwise, at the time of Tesla's discovery, there was still no knowledge of pulsars, which were not identified until 1968. However, the theory that aliens were in communication with Earth via radio pulses spread even further in 1927, when Jürgen Haas discovered unusual properties in the radio signals he was receiving. In 1973, Scottish author Duncan Lunan, whom we already mentioned in one of the previous videos, analyzed the long-delayed radio echoes received by HALs and others and speculate that they could possibly originate from a 13,000-year-old alien probe located in an orbit around the Earth's moon. Lunan later retracted his conclusions, saying that he had made outright errors and that his methods had been unscientific. The United States Air Force reported two satellites orbiting Earth in 1954, according to UFO researcher Donald Keyhoe. At that time, no one country had the technology to launch a satellite. At the time, Keyhoe was promoting a UFO book, and because of that, skeptics claim that those news stories are frivolous. In February 1960, Time reported that the US Navy had detected a dark object thought to be a Soviet spy satellite in orbit. A follow-up article confirmed that the object was the remains of an Air Force Discovery 8 satellite that had gone astray. In 1963, astronaut Gordon Cooper supposedly reported a UFO sighting during his fifth orbit in Mercury 9 that was confirmed by tracking stations, but there is no evidence that this happened. Neither NASA's mission transcript nor Cooper's personal copies show any such report being made during the orbit. NASA captured this image during the STS-88 space shuttle mission while above the coast of Namibia in 1998, and space journalist James Oberg considers it as probable debris of a thermal blanket confirmed as lost during the mission. Alice Gorman, an associate professor at Flinders University in Adelaide, Australia, who studies space archaeology, has an explanation. Gorman says that because the image shows a large cross-section of the thermal blanket in orbit, it looks to the human eye like a large, solid object. That means the image could be nothing more than an optical illusion. As for the alleged orbit of the Black Knight around the Earth's poles, skeptics claim that this is impossible, since all artificial satellites orbit the equator. Is this just another piece of space debris, or something older than our civilization? Who knows? Maybe the answer is floating above our heads.